I just thought while I'm running back to Stormwind to lock down my level, I'd talk a bit about the history behind Cata Quests, kind of where it came from, um, what was the inspiring idea behind it, and what I plan to do with it. Now, realistically, what I plan to do with it, I don't really know. I haven't thought that far through. I mean, the general popularity of the Cata Quests is quite high in the sense of views. I think I'm pushing about, what, 7 to 8 million views at the moment? Well, at the point I was recording this video, I was anyway. Sorry if you hear like random clicking, like someone's turning light switches on and off. I do have a mechanical keyboard and it is loud as piss. Yeah, so where did CataQuest come from? Well, as you can probably imagine, it came from the Cataclysm expansion of World of Warcraft. I came from a couple more expansions before that, around the Burning Crusade era. That was actually, well, probably like with people who played vanilla, the Burning Crusade to me was my favourite expansion. I had a paladin and a mage. I've still got both of them in this day and age. I still like part of my primary characters, apart from like random warriors and warlocks I get the fancy for playing now and again. Well, basically, I got into the beta of Cataclysm, and this was the first time I'd ever played a beta, and I was like, I was stoked. I was like, yeah, I'm in the beta, woo! To be fair, I've never properly been in a beta since. You'd have thought like Blizzard might chuck us like a free beta key or something, or you'd get me into the beta program because of my channel. Surprisingly not, no. I actually got into the Warlords of Draenor beta, but I bought a beta key off someone.
You need something?
That is honestly true. I actually had to buy myself into the beta, just so I could see what the game was like. And to be fair, if the same doesn't happen with Legion, I'll be surprised. I mean, I have contacted Blizzard's PR department for the world community. I've contacted a few sort of like community managers at Blizzard, and unfortunately to no avail. I mean, if a community manager's watching this, want to send us a key, I'll be more than happy. And actually, I'd like to point out I am a software developer, and when I find a bug, I actually write a software report. I actually write a bug report, sorry, and address the issue, rather than just go on the forums and whine about why something isn't working. Yeah, anyway, going back, I'm going a bit off topic there. So yeah, when I was in the beta of Cataclysm, obviously it's a beta, there's tons of buggy stuff here, there and everywhere. Well, one thing I found was there was actually quite a lot of buggy quests. Quest markers pointing at different places, things not flagging properly and so forth. And to be fair, I found the same in Draenor. And at the time, I was trying to be helpful. I was actually just going to like the locations where people were stuck in quests, because I was just posting it and like shouting all that about these things, and I was trying to help them out. I was trying to show, here, you need to come here, group me, follow me here, and this and that. Well, the thing is, like, I was trying to progress through the zone, and I did actually keep going back quite a few times. And it got to the point where I was like, right, the easiest way for me to do this is just like, the easiest way for me to do this is to just record a video or something like that. So kind of that's what I did. I recorded a video, uploaded it to YouTube. Anytime anyone asked about that quest, like, here's a link, watch this is how you do it. And it happened to about a few quests. I think I ended up getting about 5 to 10 quests or something like that recorded on the YouTube channel. And it wasn't actually the YouTube channel I use now, it was a different channel. Just like a kind of a personal one, which I kind of deleted all the videos from in the end. And from there, it basically grew in popularity. Like, my video views were actually getting quite high, because a lot of people were linking my videos on forums and bits and pieces. So from there, I thought, all right, this seems to be helping. This is useful to people. Let's record some more videos. So as the beta progressed, I kind of just was recording each video one at a time, because that's kind of how I started it. And I was just showing how one quest got completed, not one quest with a bunch of others done, just so people didn't have to sit there while I was trying to complete like 10 quests in one go. And I did the whole zone of Hygel before the actual beta ended. And I started as Vashnir, or whatever the Wonderwater one's called, I can never remember. And basically, I just left them on a YouTube channel, didn't think anything of it. And in, I think it was August, October, some point around there, the game actually went from beta to live. And during that time, the popularity of my YouTube channel just skyrocketed. I think in like a single day, on like the release of Cataclysm, the actual release date, I cobbled together like a little website for it and all this, and that website alone hit 37,000 unique visitors, let alone the YouTube channel, which hit somewhere in the region of 50 to 100,000 views in one day. Well, it was only about 2 or 3 months later after that that, I think actually a bit longer, that YouTube actually offered me a partnership. Now, stupidly, I didn't see this message until quite a few months later. So I lost out on God knows how much revenue. I don't even want to think about it really. And it kind of took off from there really, because YouTube offered me this partnership, and I was like, ah, sure, why not? I'll, make a couple of quid off it. And, I'm British, so not dollars, it's quid. And it just seemed that it was kind of useful to people, and people were actually using my resources quite frequently. So after I did Cataclysm, obviously Mr. Pandaria came out. So I didn't get into the beta of Mr. Pandaria, but I did record all the videos for Mr. Pandaria. And again, I got quite a lot of content done, and again, the popularity of my channel went up quite a bit. If I'd have got the beta of Pandaria, my channel probably would have skyrocketed, like it did with Drainer, because the release of Warlords of Drainer was probably my biggest. During the beta, I think I almost let me just try that again in English. I almost catalogued the entire quest for both Alliance and Horde for almost all the Drainer. And I think the release day was something stupid. Like my YouTube channel had over 250,000 views in a single day. I think from like the release when right before the release of Drainer, my YouTube channel was about 4 million views. A couple of months later, it was well over 6.5 million. And obviously there's been another million or so since then. Obviously my popularity slumped quite a lot. My average is somewhere in the region of about 100,000 views a month, possibly a bit lower. But I can imagine as Legion comes out and the popularity of WoW comes back up a bit, it's gonna spike again. So yeah, that's kind of the story of Cata Quest and a bit of the history behind it, if you're wondering like why I do it or where's it come from. Because at the time, Cata Quest was quite unique. There was the odd like YouTube channel which posted like 1 or 2 quests on how to do things, and like here how to do this quest chain or how to do this quest chain, but not to the point of like how to do every single quest almost in the game. Now I think, if I'm right, there's somewhere in the region of about 13,000 quests. Now I think that might be per faction, and I hope to the love of God it isn't, because I'm like 5,000 quests in, and this has taken me the best part of 5-6 years to record this much content. And yeah, I'd love to get all the content done and all recorded. I have actually started adding not just quests now. I've started trying to introduce some locations of NPCs, locations of treasures and Draenor, so forth. Yeah, I know a lot of people will probably just say, yeah, some of your quest videos are absolutely useless. You have to remember, when I'm actually recording a lot of these quests, I'm probably knackered. I've, just recorded like 200 quest videos of me going to some place, killing the NPC, going back to another NPC, talking to that same NPC, going back to the same place to kill another 5 mobs, and I was just trying to churn through a lot of the quests, and I forget things like show map locations, do things too quickly, don't explain stuff, and that's just kind of why I've also now started to change the channel slightly, where I'm now actually going to be, well, almost in essence, trying to interact with the community slightly, in the way of being a commentator with a lot of these videos. Now, this might not work out, it might, so I'm gonna roll with it for now, and we'll see how it goes. I'm literally just about to land in the zone to start recording more quest videos, so I think I'm probably gonna end it roughly here with the history behind Cata Quests. God, it's weird to think that it actually has a history, but being 6 years old almost, it does. It's older than quite a few. Well, I'll say quite a few. It's older than quite a few good World of Warcraft resources. And you know, They'll still be around for much longer, and don't worry, I don't plan to kill it off anytime soon. I'll keep you up to date with what I'm trying to do with it and where I'm going. I'll probably post a few more commentary videos and sort of like interactive videos if anyone wants to post any questions or like how much time I've played on my characters. There's some with like 300 days plus, and I have a lot of characters. There was a point where thinking Frozen Throne where I had something in the region of like 10 level 80 characters. About 7 of them were pretty good geared. I was raiding full time with 2 of them. Yeah, I've dedicated far too much of my life to this game. But yeah, I think we're going to cut it there. And if you'd like to know more, you know, thumbs up, subscribe. I'm going to try and get content pumped out quite regularly. And hopefully if I can get into Legion, I can do a lot of tutorials. I'll crash through dungeons. I'll try and catalogue as much of Legion's quests as possible, so if you ever have a problem with the quest, come to Cata quests and hopefully I'll have a resolve for it. But thanks for now, guys. Remember, subscribe, like my videos, and I would appreciate it ever so much if you would. And I'll catch you next time.